we've got on the right-hand side of the screen, that's going to be Robert Cantrell, also known as Robert Shepard. And he's going to be playing Deneghra 2, it looks like. He's actually playing Deneghra 2's Theme Force from No Quarter, which is known as Body and Soul. There are a couple of notable benefits to this Theme Force. Mainly, he gets to start the game with his upkeeps in play on the enemy models. The important one is going to be Pursuit. I don't suppose we can figure out which model he has pursuited.
I'm not sure, but you can see that he's got one spell on the Ravagore, another spell on the bottom Ravagore that's near the Angelius, and then he's got a spell on the Angelius. I would guess that the Pursuit is on that bottom Ravagore.
That's what my guess would be too.
Yeah.
So Pursuit, the reason that's notable is because the model with Pursuit, whenever it begins an advance, that will trigger a movement effect wherein any model in Robert's battle group can make a full advance.
Most importantly, Deneghra 2.
Yes. But as you can see, he has the Deathjack and Nightmare in his battle group as well, and those aren't models that you generally want to give a free 6-inch movement to either.
No, it usually ends up being bad for you.
So on the left, you want to go into Michal's?
His list. So he's playing Veil 2. He's obviously going to be playing Tier. It's a kind of a standard list. We've got 2 Angeliuses, 2 Ravagores. He's also got a Shepherd in the back there. Sorry, excuse me. Man, it's been a long night. A Succubus. That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
There's a Succubus that he's moving up there right near Veil. Actually, that does not look like Veil. That looks like Lylyth.
That does look like Lylyth.
Hey, we were told incorrectly, because that's definitely Lylyth. We're doing great today, folks, but we'll switch that name over to Lylyth 2. So he's got 2 Angels, 2 Ravagores, Lylyth 2.
Actually, in that case, then I would say Pursuit is definitely on one of those Ravagores.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to kind of do the best he can to remove that from the game.
So I'm guessing that Ravagore is probably not going to move down in the bottom left, or the lower left.
Especially not until he deals with some of these problem threats on the other side of the table.
So I think this matchup is quite interesting for a few reasons.
Spells for free. Yep.
Due to the fact that, does he have...
I guess it's 2.
Yeah, so he's got a Naga down there.
Yep. Naga's in the wheat field.
Without the Naga, Deneghra would be functionally immune to the Legion army every other turn of the game due to her ability to go incorporeal. With the Naga present, that is taken off the table because the Naga's Animus grants magical weapons. So I am guessing that he's probably not going to be very forward with Deneghra.
Not until the Naga's taken care of, and I just don't know that he has anything that's going to be great to take care of the Naga. One of the issues with this particular list is that it's a little limiting. He's got Drudges that he has to take, and he can take Drudges and Mechanithralls. I'm trying to remember what else is legal in the tier, but it is a little limiting.
Right.
He can take Necrosurgeons.
And Warwitch Sirens as well.
Yep.
So, what do you think about the optimal feat turn for Lylyth here is going to be?
In my opinion, I would use it to shoot down the 2 heavies.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it without the Ravagore, but I think he can. Yeah, he certainly can get one of them. If I had a choice, I'd try to get the Deathjack dead.
I think so as well. So let's talk about terrain a little bit. The terrain, the one that I want to note the most, I think, right now is just that bottom strip.
Which is a trench.
Correct.
So at the WTC, there's trench templates, and they have walls on the side of them that make them look like trenches, but the players usually pretty quickly remove those walls because they actually don't do anything, and you have to be inside that template to gain the trench benefit.
Right. So models completely within that little rectangular strip will gain cover from models that are outside of it, which is pretty notable, I think.
Yes.
Especially against this matchup.
It is.
We might see Deneghra
try to move over that way
there, but I'm not sure. It might be a little... That might restrict his game plan a little bit too much.
It might. at the top of the table, we have a wall that's in the zone, and we have 2 hills on the left and the right, sort of symmetrical there. There's one obstruction right in the middle of the table, which is sort of interesting. It's possible that Deneghra is going to try to get up to that at some point and hide behind it, get a little cover, at least for feet turn.
Right. I watched Robert play this list a little bit yesterday, and it seems like the prevailing game plan for it is just recursion.
Sure.
So there's a lot of recursion in this list just by the fact that all of the drudge slaves are living models that he can collect corpses off of for his necrosurgeons. He has 2 necrosurgeons in the back there, and a unit of a unit of Mechanithralls, and that's just going to get.
Does he only have 1 unit of Mechanithralls?
I believe so, but that unit is going to get huge over the course of this game.
Right.
As all of those drudge slaves die, they're going to turn into corpses, which will, 6 at a time,
new Mechanithralls.
Turn into Mechanithralls.
And it's interesting to note here that he can make new Mechanithralls rather than replace them in the unit, which means that unit has virtually no cap.
Right. So by the end of the game, it'll be fun to see how many Mechanithralls do you think he's going to make this game?
Well, okay, he's limited a little bit because his opponent doesn't have enough living models for him to really get crazy. I bet you that unit's going to go. Is it min unit right now?
It looks like a min unit.
I'm going to say that it's going to hit 15 at some point.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable.
So Robert's doing his best to try to space out a little bit, give the Angels a little something to think about because he doesn't want them coming in on that Deathjack. Though, there may not be much he can do to stop it.
No. One of the other things that I think is kind of good about, that I think will be very good for the Legion player is...
oh, come on, you can try to pronounce it.
I was going to say Michal.
Michal, yeah. Sorry. Nakonieczny.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
That's as good as you're going to get from me.
For sure. So, besides the Nightmare and Deneghra, Robert actually does not have any reach in this theme force.
Okay.
So those Scather templates
have some important.
Yeah, if he makes sort of, he can target his own beasts and shoot them in the back essentially, and then not boost the damage and not do too much damage to them. But that'll leave a Scather template around them, which will make them sort of functionally immune to these non-reach models. Now, Deneghra does have some ways of getting around that as well, because she has a spell called Hellmouth.
And she can pull them out.
Correct. But I think it will be an interesting matchup. I wonder if they're going to be utilizing that. I know that's a tactic that Jake uses a lot.
It would be interesting if he did. It's going to force Robert into a situation where he has to cast Hellmouth, where he probably doesn't want to. Especially against a beast that he doesn't want to spend that focus.
Right. Another notable thing is that just the power of Deneghra's feat in this versus this low model count army, I think, is going to be incredible.
Possibly.
We might see him setting up for a caster kill by just locking Lylyth in place and then getting Deathjack and Nightmare and engaging, his guns. And
She'll make her charge attack.
What were those tokens you just put out? Did he just feat?
Tough roll.
Yeah, it looks like he charged his own model.
Charged his own model and feated and caught. He caught Lylyth already, caught both those Angels, but didn't catch that Ravagore. That seems bad.
The Ravagore on the top?
Yeah. He put out tokens on each of the models he caught. I should note to the listeners that our headphones aren't working correctly. You can thank the Polish power grid. So we can't hear the players, and you can.
Yeah, that makes things a little awkward.
Yeah, so when we say something really stupid, then you can cut us a break.
Hopefully we're not talking over anything very important.
It'll activate and it'll run.
What's more important than us?
7, 3, 2,
All right, now I was curious about how he was going to attempt to protect the Deneghra here. It looks like he's just going to try and body block her. I would guess that that's what this Arc Node is positioning for.
Huh.
So just blocking line of sight by having models in base to base in front of her. He might not be. He might just be positioning the Arc Node for.
That's possible, but it seems like in this situation, if he did not catch that Ravagore, that it's not going to be good enough. But it will keep him from aiming at least.
Yeah. And he's also. It looks like he's camping a good 4 or 5.
He's going to have to, and get a little lucky if Lylyth gets enough shots on her.
Stuff runs.
So now the Nightmare's up there as well, and they're all in a little clump behind that building. Does Deneghra have Ghost Walk?
Epic Deneghra does. I think she does have Ghost Walk. I'm not sure.
That could be a big deal. And we find out how prepared we are as War Room is pulled up over the course of the next 10 minutes, because that's how long it takes War Room to load.
Actually, I think I'm going to backtrack on that. I don't think she does have Ghost Walk.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking I'm wrong on that too.
If she's not incorporeal this turn, that's a way of getting it to herself.
Ooh, that would be interesting, especially if she went. She's probably too far away though. So when incorporeal went through the building and used her weapon to move Lylyth back towards the Deathjack. But I think she's probably too far away.
Line of sight might be an issue as well.
Possibly.
I mean, this could just be a very aggressive scenario play.
That's true.
So he's not going to be able to get anything into this zone. That angel is just, it's dead.
Yeah.
It's basically dead right now.
Yeah, there's nothing that he can do about it.
And then it's going to be some easy scenario points. So all he's going to have to worry about trying to kill is a Deathstalker.
That could be an issue. You could have the Deathjack potentially move over and spell it.
Cephalix are pretty good.
Run.
What? Expound, sir.
How many Cephalix does he have in that bottom zone? Like 7? Or 4?
More than that. Are those Mechanithralls that are behind them? There's at least 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think there's 7 that are in charge range of that Deathstalker.
Did he die? Yes, I killed him.
I was actually just talking about the sprays. Yes. They have Magic 7 sprays.
You're thinking of the other unit. The one that goes with the Cephalix army.
I'm bad at this game.
Drudges don't have any sprays. Those guys are amazing. If Deneghra could take those, I'd call shenanigans. I'd call DC right now and say, DC, that's shenanigans. Even though he doesn't know who the hell I am. So, what do you think Mikhail's going to be doing at this point? I mean, he's got one Ravagore with Pursuit on it. The other Ravagore might have a shot on Deneghra, but it seems like a kind of a Hail Mary sort of thing that's not going to help him much. And his 3 important pieces, the 2 angels and Lylyth, are not going anywhere. Okay, War Room is finally loaded, and she does have Ghost Walk. That is a huge deal. That building in the middle doesn't mean anything to the Nightmare or the Deathjack.
He could easily kill both of those angels next turn.
Yep.
What are the odds on the assassination here? It's actually not that bad. So if she's camping 5, that puts her at armor 19.
I believe that she's also preyed by Nightmare. I believe that token in front of her is the prey token.
Oh, I'm talking about Lilith's.
Oh, you're talking about Lilith's chance.
So if he can get the Naga Animus on both the top Angel and the top Ravagore,
okay,
and pop his feet. If she's armor 19, Ravagore is our POW 15, is that correct?
That's correct. So dice -4 on 2 shots.
Yep.
He's going to boost both of them. So we're talking about 12 damage right there, and that leaves her with 4.
I think that Angel
Could put on the other 4.
So this is assuming that he's incorporeal. If he's not incorporeal, then it actually makes it even better because he can get the Ravagore Animus on the Ravagore and set her on fire as well, which
puts her in a really rough position.
Yeah, we could just see the game end, unless I'm forgetting about something.
Ragman. Yep. 16 inches. Actually, that's 16 inches. Oh, yeah, easily. Yep, Sackborn to him, he'll chain to him. So that guy's a second. Yes. Nice done. Good. Does it count as destroying model? Yes. Okay, so you hit and killed, yes, you get a snapfire.
So he's...
Ragman again.
that was a long time ago.
Drudge.
So he's taking some shots on the guys in the zone on the north. Seems a little odd.
Yep.
He's obviously feated. He took a bunch of shots. Now he's got his 2 angels to do. He's going to put tenacity out on both of them. I don't know that tenacity is really going to save either one of them.
Okay, so I will advance the Ravagore. I'm not sure. She might not. Heavy laser.
I do. I did. Yeah. Have a look. Did you see him? Did you see him?
If he doesn't go for this assassination, I'm curious about what I'm forgetting.
That's interesting.
Yes. What is the range of these?
Just moved up the pursuit model.
Yeah.
Range 16?
Yes. 100 feet, right?
Yes. So I am...
That seems like a big mistake. I would move Deneghra back at this point. Oh, he's going to move her up into cover. That's probably a good move, too.
That's a smart choice. Yeah, I mean, if he can get Deneghra into charge range of Lylyth.
Oh, that'd be super rough on Lylyth if he could figure out how to get a line of sight and to a location where he could get to her.
Right. Well, with Ghostwalk, he just has to have line of sight.
So, he has an activated beast. This is the first heavy beast to activate.
Yes, that's right. There's 2 left in the Naga.
And 1 Fury on Lord.
Yes.
So Robert is still deciding about which model he would like to move.
I can use my control area to measure. I can measure that distance.
He's using that melee template inside his control area to check a distance.
Distance from a point to a point.
Sure, but that includes all sub-measures. Okay, look, I can do this and put my tape measure
Yeah,
there.
so that was effect. He was in effect measuring his control radius.
Yeah.
Deathjack will advance. So he'll go. This is hard.
I think he's considering moving the Deathjack up.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty big.
Maybe not. Hard decision.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Move the Deathjack up, 5 focus next turn,
Okay.
and try and kill a 1 camping Lylyth.
That's a proxy base, that's the actual position.
Yeah.
And he's moving Deneghra back, it looks like.
So there is 5.
Also a viable move.
There is another.
I think this is fine. With the feet gone, it's going to be difficult for the Ravagores to deal with both of those jacks. And with Ghost Walk,
Make sure I'm not in that Ravagore line of sight.
There's a
Nightmare should easily be able to get to the top Ravagore.
Yeah.
Sure you're out of range.
I should hope so.
Deathjack will get the Angel, and it'll put the Legion player in a tough spot.
I'll check the last DJ. Just line of sight. I'm not sure that you know. Right?
Oh, sure, yes. No, you should.
He's got Mark for Death on that bottom Legion, Curse of Shadows on the bottom Angel, and Curse of Shadows on that top Ravagore. Ravagore is going to be pretty easy to kill at defense 11, armor 16.
Yes. It's I was going to say it's probably relevant. Does this block to a large base?
Do we have confirmation that Lylyth did pop her feet?
No.
Then he can see the. Then he can
I don't
see
think
that
she did.
Because
Still, this gives cover.
yes.
Irrelevant then.
Yeah, this is a situation where having the audio would.
Yeah, it would help a lot. Again, I will thank the Polish power grid.
This guy.
Yep. Easily in. He's got what's his fury on?
Let's go for it. Anima and the booster missing.
Right. Yep. Hang on. So those 3 and a Scather. And a Scather template.
Chili's doing great this morning, by the way. Shout out to the chat there. He's refrained from drinking for the rest of the weekend. I think wisely.
If only we could get Scott to do the same thing.
No, sorry. 9, 7.
7 top roll, dead, and a 6 roll. Look okay?
So putting out some templates on some guys and killing a few. Not sure it's going to be enough, unfortunately.
Yep. That's that guy, right? Yeah. Def 11. Tough roll. Fail. No bobs token. Yep.
It looks like he did pop his
Yeah,
feet
that would
there.
indicate that the defeat was in fact popped.
So do you think the pursuit move was just a mistake? It seems like kind of an obvious mistake, though.
He might not have liked his odds of killing a Def 17 Lylyth. I'm not really sure. Without having the audio from the game, it's kind of hard to tell their thought process a little bit.
Absolutely.
Which one?
It's also possible that he just feels he has a very safe long game at this point, and that between being able to easily sort of clear the bottom zone and Alpha Strike 2 heavies off the table.
Yeah.
He has a spray, right? No? Oh, the other one. What does he do?
He's the unit leader for the Drudges. He gives them combined melee attack.
It's also worth noting that just with the Angels being so far forward, once both of them are dead, his ability to punch through armor is going to be significantly diminished, especially with the feet gone.
Absolutely.
And it's not that, I mean, I'm not saying Cricksjacks have tremendously high armor anyway, but it's going to be an issue.
They do have high enough defense that the Ravagores are not going to have a great time.
Especially with Pursuit in play.
Oh, yeah.
So he's only going to be able to bring one Ravagore to bear in melee if he's going to want to get sustained damage onto a Jack. And I don't think one Ravagore is going to be able to cut it.
Not against defense 13.
No. Defense 13, armor high enough that a couple of boosts is not going to, I think it's, yeah, he could just be very happy with his long game at this point. And I actually think I agree, especially since we mathed out the assassination odds. They don't seem like they're bad. They're that bad. And so I think it was the correct play to move Deneghra back and just ensure that you don't lose right now, so that you have a better chance of winning.
Yeah. I think the question that I have is, why did he move the Ravagore up? The Pursuit Ravagore, and give Deneghra the move back?
Maybe he wanted to see if he was going to go for the
move up.
If
he moves up,
if he goes for the Deathjack move up, then he
takes all 4 Ravagore shots on it. Takes a couple Angelius shots on it, maybe kills it.
Well, or he just knows that Pursuit's not going to be used on Deneghra this turn. Then,
yeah,
as a guarantee. So it's kind of one of those things where you want to have
information.
You want to have the most information before you make your decisions. That's an annoying Scather template, by the way.
Which Scather templates are not annoying?
Yep. Hits. Tough roll. Tough. I'll make one eventually.
Seems like he's got a really good opportunity if he kills the bottom Angel and the bottom Deathstalker to potentially even kill the Deathstalker at the top of the board, score 3 control points in 1 turn.
It's very doable. I was wondering if he was going to run the Naga into the zone. It looks like he might go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's...
Yep. That's going to protect him quite a bit.
Yep. Yep. Dead. Hits. Tough.
angel will both, actually this angel, he will aim, twist the hit, this guy over here.
Yep.
12.
Tough.
Who's the other shot? This guy over there.
Yep.
Critical fire.
Roll damage. Dead.
It was bound to happen, but there's a full stack of corpse tokens on both Necrosurgeons.
Yeah.
This angel. Aim, push to hit this guy.
Short. Yep. Sackborn.
Yep.
To him.
Yeah.
Tough.
Push to hit this guy.
Yep.
Hits.
Yep.
Critical fire.
Power 12. Dice -1, so 4 damage.
For damage
And on fire.
I'm curious how greedy he's going to try and get next turn.
The Stalker will aim.
And then by he, I'm referring to Robert here.
It's damage.
I mean, he's played pretty conservatively thus far.
I agree. I could easily see Deneghra going on 0 camp and just backing up.
Shoot this guy.
Allocating all of her focus and
to the 2 jacks.
or maybe allocating 2 and leaving enough for some boosted Hellmouth to try and pull those
the
2
thing
models.
is, the Deathjack doesn't need much focus from Denny to be able to kill an angel that has Mark for Death on it.
A two focus Deathjack will kill an angel,
especially one with Mark for Death.
especially with Mark for Death.
Shepherd.
So yeah, I could see him trying to Hellmouth maybe the Deathstalker and then Naga out of the zone.
That'd be a really good move. He could run a Drudge back behind him.
Yep, and then arc it onto him. Deathjack should kill, needing 5s to hit. Should kill an angel at dice damage with 2 initials, the lesser power,
The tusks,
and then 2
or
bot
actually,
attacks.
I think it's horns on the
Right.
and then and then another bot attack, and it's over.
So it'd be 4 dice damage rolls, which I believe it comes close.
Yeah, it certainly does. It's going to be
4 dice damage rolls and 1 dice -2.
on an angel, probably dice -1.
Well, it's tenacity as well, so it's armor 18 right now.
Yeah, but I think the Deathjack is 19 and 17. Or is it 18 and 16? To War Room! The best TV ever! The Deathjack has 18s and a 15. They're only 15. Interesting. So you're only going to get 5 out of the horns, but you're going to get 21 out of the rest. That's still a dead angel on average dice. And that's only 1 bot attack. He gets more than that all by himself.
Right.
Cephalix expires. Nothing else is on fire.
So we're on to Robert's turn, and we're going to see what he's going to do with this.
Deathjack gets his 2 for free. I will drop Curse.
My guess is he's going to go into the
Upkeep
tank
the
for
others?
about 2 minutes here at least.
He allocated pretty quickly. It looks like it was 1 to the Deathjack at least.
Huh,
So
that's interesting.
it gains 2 by itself, and then it looks like there's an additional.
I wonder what he's going to do with that.
2 to Deathjack.
Ooh, he's going all in.
3, 4, 5 to the Deathjack.
3 to Nightmare.
Yeah, so yeah, he's going.
I need to mark.
He's going pretty serious with that. I wonder if he's going to
15,
send out a move Mark for Death over after he kills the angel.
It looks like Deneghra doesn't have enough left to cast it.
That's not going to kill it.
No, I mean Deathjack cast.
Oh, that's right.
Deathjack
Gosh.
1,
So
and then on Deneghra.
Deathjack moves up, kills Angel, puts Mark for Death on Lylyth.
So Def 17 on a hill.
That'd be pretty good play. I think I'd,
Okay.
or at least on the other Angel maybe.
This little guy.
Yeah.
Advance.
Put it over on the other Angel before the Nightmare goes in.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Not that the Nightmare needs help hitting.
Yeah.
I guess against an Angel he needs 6s. Is the other one Tenacity? He got the other
Uses,
Angel Tenacity.
I believe
as
he got all of them.
Deathfield?
Tenacity,
Yeah, so he
yes.
needs a 7 on the Angel then.
I'll show you. Deathjack activates and advances. You can easily get into melee with that Angel.
Yep. Mind if I see the Ragman card?
Yes. While within 3 inches of Ragman, friendly faction models gain Dark
So
Shroud.
something else I noticed about this theme force when I was watching him play it yesterday, surprisingly high amount of seduction.
Okay.
Take an abomination
So
check.
models, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to maybe utilize that this turn, but for models that
And Deathjack
are
begins to attack
harder
the
to
Angel.
remove for whatever reason, like I was seeing him use it
First
on warders
initial,
yesterday.
claws.
So it's like, why do I need to kill this warder when I can just automatically
Second
move him out
initial,
of this zone?
tusks.
Sure, I'll move my
Misses.
Warwitch up,
Third
say,
initial,
hey, just
claws,
go away.
hits.
Yeah, seduce him.
Dice plus 2.
Then they
Power 18.
vacate the zone, and you get a
18
free
base.
Mat 7, POW 10 Weapon Master
6
attack
damage to 1.
for your trouble. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Bison attack with the claws. Hits. Dice plus 2. 8 damage to 4. Fires with the claws, 1 focus left. Hits. Dice plus 2.
And folks, that's a dead
7
Angel.
damage to 2. How much has he got left?
4.
Bison attack. Misses.
Well, that's a
It happens.
gift for me.
Or maybe not.
Cephalix Overlords.
Looks like he has some
Activated
bad
advance.
dice, maybe.
We'll take a point. Three. We'll take a point. Go over there. 3. He'll take a point as well. I'm going to run out of dice. I'm actually just going to mark this on their cards. I've got that over. He sprays the Shredder.
He sprays what?
The Shredder.
Oh, shred. Okay.
That will get the Shredder and the Angel and Deathjack.
Spray 8.
Yes. Deathjack hits. 3 damage to 4. The Angel hits. -4. Nothing. The Shredder. Def 13.
Yes.
Miss. This guy will spray Lylyth, so the spray will line up over the Angel.
It will not cut reach, eh?
I don't think
yeah,
so.
It won't. No, it won't. Okay.
The Angel
So
hits.
he's going to have those Overlords spray that
-4.
Angel to try to finish it
Nothing.
off.
He will spray that Deathstalker.
Two models.
Yep.
Dice
This
minus
is a
6 on
Deathstalker.
damage. That's going to be a pretty
Miss.
dire
This is the
proposition.
Naga.
Yeah, it's going to be a little difficult.
13.
Hits.
He's also going for that Death
Dice
Strider, which I don't know that he's going to be able to roll well enough.
-3. Does 4 damage to 2. Alright. How much health does the Angel have left?
Still 4.
So, which was? How much?
Still 4.
4. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry.
Do I still go for that?
Huh. Well, that seems like a rough situation, putting all those attacks into the Angel and not finishing it off.
Yeah, he's going to have to change his game plan from here on out, I'm
These
thinking.
guys activate, run charge.
The Deathstalker?
Yep, advance.
Yep.
Advance. Advance, not getting into the thing. Charge on the Deathstalker. Def 15.
Tenacity, 16.
Miss. Miss anyway. Necrosurgeons and Stitchrolls activate in advance.
And here he goes. I was wondering if he was going to use this Necrosurgeon to try and...
6 inches.
looks like he's not. So he was maybe able to make a couple of Mechanithralls and
Mechanithralls rolling.
drop them across from the Scather template to try and get them to charge into that Angel and finish it off, maybe. It's not the best. With Def effectively 13, Mechanithralls are going to need 8s to hit, which is going to be pretty tough. So he just decides to pump the unit up a little bit.
This unit. Not yet. These Cephalics activate in advance. We'll take a point. It's the leader. He will spray the Deathstalker.
Yep. 8 to hit.
No?
7.
So he's spraying the Deathstalker in an attempt to clear that top zone instead now.
14. 14, 14.
5 boxes. He'll spray. No, he'll spray the Deathstalker as well.
8.
Miss.
But he's getting diced a little bit.
Miss.
Happened to me last turn.
Advance. Make 3.
Yep.
And here we go with our Mechanithrall unit.
Yeah.
Are we going to reach the 15?
Well, it's up to 12. We're close.
I called it, I'm telling you, right now.
Well, we need some magic now.
Is it completely within 3 or?
It's within 3 and in command. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Warps Ghostly. Advances is 6, which will get him into melee with that rain Angel.
Use the proc spray.
Yes, I will.
Yep. So the Nightmare now is going to go ahead and finish off.
I'll keep advancing until I'm in melee, obviously. There.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Oh, sorry, Matt.
First initial on the Angel.
Yep.
Hits. Straight dice. Dead.
I won't take Fury off.
Deneghra arcs marked for death, boosting the hit onto the Angel on the hill. She needs a 10. She misses. She advances. $14 from each heavy. That was in range, yes.
Oh, stealth.
Oh. Sure. Doesn't matter then. Could have advanced up. Didn't. These guys run charge. He just advances. He runs.
One
Charge.
attack.
Pardon?
One attack, right?
Yes.
What?
That's 6.
It's 6, it's 1. You miss 1. You miss by 1.
Mechanithralls run charge into the Angel.
Yep.
Right. Looks like we got some partial audio back.
What was that?
Run.
So if his dice can swing back with Mark for Death and combo strikes, these Mechanithralls have a pretty decent shot of killing him.
He was in command. He will advance toward the unit leader. Just need to roll some 10s to hit. Combo strike. Miss. Combo strike. Miss.
Oh, you deserve some 10s.
Miss. He forgot to activate.
Yeah, you really needed to Mark for Death there.
He'll charge the Angel.
Yep.
Nines to hit. How about that? PS 13, functional. Dice -5. It's just 666 this. Nope, 4 damage to 6.
That's the wrong Angel.
He advances up to there. She runs. She runs. That's too far. Turn.
So I'll take the Furion. There's some maintenance effects? I don't think so.
Pardon?
No, I'm just thinking if there are things I need to do in maintenance. No, take the Furion, help myself for 1. Because I can count apparently. Tenacities fall off, of course. I offer the Shadow Pack for free from the Succubus again.
Grab your Scathers.
Yeah, the Scalers are off. Actually, it's probably if they stay here for now.
No, let's get them up.
Okay.
Because you'll need them.
I don't think so.
Actually, maybe true. We get meleeed by Ravagore.
So Living Angel that he was hoping to get dead on the top half of the board now.
Yeah, I think. So we can try and analyze it from Robert's perspective, but maybe we should wait until his turn.
Succubus shall bomb with 2 inches, right?
3.
3 inches.
There's some popping issues.
Still, I should.
This is actually.
It's
Sack one under the Cephalix.
Yeah.
Dead.
From the Snapfire,
Yep.
I'll shoot him again.
Do you not have any idea?
No, not right now because this is working.
Yep.
I put that directly into that.
Dead.
Essentially, I skipped that part of this. I mean, that splits the audio, so you get up on that.
They'll defense 12.
Yes.
Okay, I'll buy another shot. The Mechanithrall over here.
Yep.
Let's measure the range because I didn't do that.
Want to get a judge for that? That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Chili.
Chili.
Just taking range. It's pretty close between Lylyth and that Mechanithrall.
Yeah, the range is 12.
Yes.
So I think the question here is there a place where Lylyth can
I
hide?
think he's in, but it's close enough to.
Yeah, he might not be wanting to go for that scenario play anymore now
Yep.
that he couldn't get those easy free points. I guess they weren't free, right?
I guess not.
Nor easy.
Cool. Easy.
Michael Chili winners,
Okay.
folks. The man with the measurement.
So, I hit.
Yes.
Power 12. Hit the Snapfire shot. Playboard the laser again. I'll try to see if the Lylyth sees the.
Yeah.
It's I mean the.
Oh. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy.
It's
Yep. I will sack point if I can.
okay.
Yep.
Power 12, right?
Tough.
They are armor
12. 12.
Armor 12?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mechanithralls are.
I'll do Tenacity in the Angel. I'll Tenacity the Ravagore. Now Tenacity the Naga. It's range amplifier, so I have 11 inches of the.
Is he within 10?
Yes. I didn't move when he was within 10 when
Okay.
we left it. Okay, so Lylyth finishes. The Forsaken will activate. Doesn't see me, right? He has no reach.
No.
So Forsaken will walk up here.
Yep.
He'll Blight Bomb
Yep.
for 2. 2 inches.
2 inches, sure.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
It's out.
What's the power on that?
8.
Okay. So 5 to get the Mechanithralls?
Highway Blight Bomb.
This guy?
Nope.
This guy? Yes. This guy, third guy?
Nope.
Oh, crap. This guy over here?
Nope.
The other
This guy over
option
here?
we could do.
Nice, it's really nice.
It's supposed to be a better blind bomb. Oh, that's the big marker.
Yes, it is. The one on Lylyth.
There we go.
So help me out here, Trevor. I have a hard time seeing how Lylyth is going to live through this. My best bet is, I think his best bet at this option is just putting heavies in the way, which is just a delay. Am I missing something?
Okay, so here's the
power?
issue with putting heavies in the way.
11.
Deathjack moves up, throws a heavy at Lylyth, Nightmare's in prey range, and walks to her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like that's not even going to save him.
Yeah.
This guy over here.
Yep. Death 14.
I don't know what's going on, honestly.
30.
Miss.
Do it again.
He might have some master plan to kill one of those heavies that I don't know of, but...
Shadowbinds,
Called the ultimate rope-a-dope.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're a troll player. You're aware of those sort of things.
Okay, I'll activate the Angel. I'll take the free strike from one of the trolls. So show me where I want
He
to
could
do.
potentially
Yep.
repulse.
Here.
To there, sure.
That's
That'll be one free
possible.
strike.
The model's out of threat range.
Give me a minute to position myself.
That does not look like that's
Yeah,
what
he's going to have to get a lot closer to the Deathjack if he wants to do that.
I can see both.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see this guy and Nightwretch.
Easy.
Yeah.
Free strike.
Yep.
That will hit.
That's what it is. Yep.
Dice -7.
Armor 18. Yeah.
4 damage to 1.
4 damage to 1. 3, 4. Okay, so I'll boost armor piercing shot. Attack.
Armor piercing. Yep. At.
Nightwretch.
Sure.
I think that fits.
Def 13.
Yeah.
Dice +5.
Right, I think just
Yeah,
between
I'll
the two Ravagores
I
and
think I already did that.
The Angel, he's going to try to kill both of them.
Yes.
the... Well, yeah, I mean, the Ravagores can't shoot it anymore. Disengage.
Oh shit.
Well, maybe he's
sorry,
hoping that
sorry.
they'll
It's okay.
just
19?
kill the Deathjack and he's going to get it all on one Angel, but that seems a bit greedy.
It's 21 damage. Yes.
Into
Got to take some risks.
5, 8, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I buy another attack. Yes, control.
Well,
Miss.
the Angel will kill Nightmare now, I'm pretty
Not
sure.
bad.
18 damage from
Seems
the
okay.
Ravagores.
Ow. Sometimes the dice say yes.
Sorry, what's he doing?
Again, attacking the
Sure.
He changed plans after the
Kills.
miss.
Do I want to do a... Yeah, I'll do an overtake.
Overtake, sure.
Ravagore will make a slam
Sure.
on the Nightmare.
Yep.
He has movement.
Yes.
Yeah. So, there's a proxy base.
Okay, now see, he can
towards,
slam
yes.
here.
Yeah. So,
It's going to knock both of them down, which will let that bottom Ravagore be able to move without having worry of any of his battle group models moving except for Deneghra.
So both
That's-
of those.
yeah, both of those.
You don't want to usually give your
enemy
enemy Warcaster a free move, but in this case, if it can
Both sides
possibly
base.
kill one or both of those Jacks, then that'll definitely be worth it.
Strength.
Excuse me?
Strength.
12.
So 4 damage.
Excuse me?
4 damage.
4 damage into the one.
Yep.
So now the
Buy
question
another
is,
one.
Auto hitting.
can a Ravagore kill the Deathjack in melee if it's knocked down?
Power 16.
Yes.
Maybe.
-2.
It's possible. It's possible.
Wreck marker.
Ravagore and a Shredder.
Succubus. Nasty Lylyth. Rabbit. Walk up here.
He's going to need some good damage rolls here, but this is possible.
Yep.
Hit.
Death 14.
Power 10.
Dead.
Actually, I'll measure my control area. Have to charge. Ravagore will charge.
Sure.
Deathjack.
Yep. I will pursue.
I'm curious why I didn't take the second attack with the Shredder.
Check to see if the angel is engaging the chicken.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I guess
So
potential
I'll walk
fury
back out of
issues
melee,
are
so the free strike occurs
possible.
over the.
Still got two
obstruction.
shepherds.
Yeah.
So roll your free strike.
Mine, it's 15.
Miss. Def 17 with the cover.
Yeah, but -2 from the backstrike.
Maybe he
sure.
thinks
So
it's
15
easy.
total. That's a hit.
Who needs a second attack?
dice,
I got a
dice.
Ravagore.
3 dice. 15 damage. 3. Sorry.
So,
Well, he's pursuit
no, sorry,
moving
it should be on
his.
so he's advanced
his,
back,
His arc node.
and then
just took a free
to
strike.
there.
That could be bad.
That will not take him into melee. Around to there.
So, I hit with the charge attack. Because they're knocked down.
Yep.
Power 16, dice -3.
Yes.
It's 7 damage.
2.
3. Second initial hits, dice -3. Nothing. Buy another one. Dice -3. 8
Yep.
into 3.
Cortex out.
Buy another one. Dice -3. Nothing. Last one. 1 damage.
2.
Slightly bad damage rolls.
Okay, so I'll activate the Deathstalker.
So the real question is, can the Deathjack stand between two heavies and kill them both?
Which will aim.
And the answer is maybe.
Well, he couldn't kill one angel earlier. So.
Yeah, it's true.
That should,
Sometimes the dice don't like you.
Yep.
Range 12. Hits, kills. Good counter away. Hit this guy. No.
Does look like he has a little bit difficult time. He's lost.
Shepherd will try to walk up and take
Yep.
the off.
Has he lost the cortex?
9.
Yeah.
Yep.
Send.
It's very
Sit off.
possible.
This Shepherd will do the same for the Ravagore. It's 2 inches here, 4 inches more. 4 inches. I think she's out. Yeah, she's out. So the Fury stays on.
Yep.
Yeah, so it looks like he most likely has.
Deathstalker will try to hit this guy.
Wow,
7.
that's a big deal.
Hits. Power 9.
Not enough.
15. Nothing. I think I activated everything. So, different.
Okay. I cannot allocate to Deathjack as he has no cortex. No cortex means no spending focus.
So the Deathjack will still gain 2 focus, but he's not able to
5,
spend it. Although if he's able to kill one of
6,
those living models, although they don't have souls.
7.
Is that
Yeah.
right? Legion Warbeasts don't have souls.
Yeah.
So if you can kill that Deathstalker,
You'd have to somehow get it over near the Deathjack.
hellmouth it over there.
Yeah.
This angel is only lightly damaged.
Nice.
As long as it dies within 2
It's
inches,
over here.
it's good.
Okay. And this Ravagore is undamaged.
Yeah, the both Ravagores are clean.
Okay.
No, this is looking pretty dire for Robert at this point. There's that one turn of bad dice kind of swung the entire
It certainly hurt him.
Won't make a huge difference, but we will upkeep pursuit. Okay. Deathjack will activate first. He'll stand up.
Yep.
I need to roll fire on him.
Oh yeah.
Damage roll.
Dice minus 7. Nothing.
So he will attack the Ravagore.
Yeah, sure.
No tenacity.
No tenacity, so def 11.
Hits because Mat 8.
Yep.
Straight dice.
Arm 18.
Yes. 3 damage.
3 damage into 1.
Yes. I need some new dice.
You can
Tusks.
use mine if you want.
Tusks hit.
Yep.
Dice minus 3. Does 5 damage to 2. And the last claw.
The mine's out.
Hits. Straight dice. 6 to 2.
6 to 2.
I'll just remove that knockdown token. Okay. This unit of Drudges.
Yep.
Activate, run charge. So that's a quote-unquote charge. Quote-unquote charge. Quote-unquote charge. The Drudges will CMA. We'll do the Cephalix first. Miss. Drudges will CMA.
So Mat 7?
Yes. That will hit. Not a charge attack, but dead. Abomination, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Scenario is live again.
Cephalix.
Kill one Forsaken,
Advance.
start scoring points. You can start building the Mechanithrall boat over there and just
To there.
delay.
I only have 2 of them. This Cephalix
It's
will
definitely one of the
spray
problems you
Death
have with
Shredder.
Legion is
Which
just
will lay
low
the spray
model
down like
count.
that.
Hard to cover both the
Okay,
zones.
so 1, 2, 3. Right?
Yes, so the
14.
that'll hit.
Power 12, dice minus 3.
7's to kill. Does 3 damage.
1. Yeah.
On the Tenacity Angel, that'll hit. Armor 18. Minus 6. That'll do 1 to 2. On the Tenacity Ravagore, that'll hit. Minus 7. That'll do nothing. The other one will do the same thing. So bang, bang, bang. I will need to target that Deathstalker, but it'll line it up.
Can you see the Deathstalker?
Ignore line of sight when targeting those
yeah.
sprays.
Yeah,
So,
so
her, misses, him, 15 is a hit,
Yep. Dice minus 6. 5 damage.
5 damage to 3. And the Ravagore hits, nothing. Okay. Necrosurgeon and Nightwretch, advance.
Yep.
So do you feel like Robert's the game slipping away from him, or do you think he still has a chance to pull this out?
I think scenario play is very live at this point. He just has to kill that one Forsaken.
Make 3.
And
Leaves with 3.
between the Mechanithralls and the remaining Drudges and Cephalix, it's going to be very hard for
Now, I'm going to have to see if I can put him in
Legion
command.
model
If
to
I
keep up
can't,
with
I'll
the recursion.
Yeah.
position elsewhere. Alright, so I can't put him there.
And
Which way is the Ravagore facing?
It was slamming, so we'll have to face this guy.
Okay,
I think what the important question is where he's going to
Actually,
put
you can put the
Deneghra into
Ravagore
this turn.
sure. If you-
Absolutely.
My guess is she's going to run upwards.
Try to run into that zone and then keep him out of that zone with Mechanithralls.
I don't think he has to run into the zone, but he has to run
Towards it.
to position for it next turn.
So I'm putting these so they're not in the front arc of
That
the
hill is
Ravagore.
looking awfully tasty.
It loads there. And not engaging the Succubus. So like that.
You do that. Yeah, I think okay.
Yep. This one, we do that yet? Maybe, maybe not. These Drudges activate. Is he damageable? What?
Oh, the tokens. The corpse tokens.
Yes, I did. They have lots. Many, many corpse tokens.
So just a quick update. It looks like Team USA Stripes has 2 wins to 1 loss to Team Greece, which was a pair down. And Team USA Stars has 1 win over Team Australia Gold right now. Team England Prime has 1 win over Team Slovakia. And we're waiting for more results to come in.
What happened in the first table?
This guy around to here. So he will be in the back arc of the Ravagore.
Yeah, okay.
And you have stealth.
Yeah, I see that.
I think there's a very good chance this Ravagore dies.
Remember that Angelius has reach.
I know. Very hard to eyeball. Alright. Deneghra will activate.
Yep.
She will advance. Oh, that's too far forward. I just want to be an arc node, and I want to be out of 12 of the Angel. That's safe. Alright, there's a sliver of gap there between the Ravagore and the wreck marker. So to hit you with a Curse of Shadows, I will need to roll 12 goes to 10. I will need to roll a 3. So she'll attempt to cast Curse of Shadows.
Huh, that's a lot farther away from the zone than I was thinking he was going to try to get.
Well, he's going to cast Curse of Shadows on the Ravagore to have the Mechanithralls significantly up their damage.
Yeah.
So that's going to obviously restrict him from being able to run.
He still didn't move a full move distance, did he?
No.
She will.
He primarily wants to be within
that she was incorporeal this turn.
Arc node range and not within charge range.
These Cephalics.
Angelius.
Advance. To there. To there. He will spray the Shepherd. Versus the Deathstalker. Hits. I'll roll damage. Kills. Versus the Shepherd. Death. 14. He will just spray that Shredder. Hits. Armor 12. Straight dice. 5 damage to 4. These Drudges will activate. They will run charge. I need to nominate a unit leader, but obviously it would be that one. Naga. Naga.
I quite like Robert's
He will
position
just
here, actually.
sack movement and sack action in advance. Now CMA. 13.
14. Tenacity.
Necrosurgeon and Mechanithralls. Advance. 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 Make dudes. One, 2, 3. I'll make sure that's in command.
Cut myself to be a weapon master.
Yes.
Cuts minus 5.
Okay. The Mechanithralls will activate. Run charge. He's out of command. So this guy will be going on the Ravagore. I can get 3 inches.
Which one's out of command?
That one's out of command. So he will be moving to there.
Yep.
He will be moving to there. He will be moving to there. He will be charging the Ravagore. To there. He will be charging the Angel. He will be charging the Angel. He will charge the Angel. The others will run. Like so. Attacks on the Angel.
1, 2, 3, 4 attacks on the Ravagore and 3 attacks on the Angel. Right?
Sure. Attacks on the Angel.
Okay.
Tends to hit. First one. Nope. Second one. Nope. Third one. Nope. Front strike on the Ravagore.
So he did not
Yes.
declare
These are all
it,
combo
but
strikes.
it is assumed that
Back
these
strike on the
are all
Ravagore.
combo strikes.
Hits.
Power 14.
15 against armor 16. Dice minus 1.
16. I have tenacity.
Sorry,
so
dice minus 2.
Okay, so they're
15 combo strike.
yep.
17 with Curse of Shadows.
Power 4. Wow, nice. Okay.
Dice minus 2.
Okay.
So first one,
Which one is the
column.
one, right? Dice minus 2, 7 damage.
7 to 6. Yep.
9.
Next Mechanithrall hits. Dice minus 2. 11 to 5. Last Mechanithrall hits. 5 to 5. He forgot to go again.
He's now the new unit leader.
Warwitch Siren runs.
So these models have to go in command.
Warwitch Siren runs.
God, not being able to kill that Forsaken hurts.
Turn.
Yeah, if he could have put a little more pressure. I mean, if he could have got a scenario pressure started.
I still like his position quite a lot.
Sure.
He's
got a lot of trooper models, a lot of attacks still left in the game.
It's this recursion. It's the ultimate game plan of this list is to build a Mechanithrall swarm that just can't be dealt with.
Strider. Nope. Naga. I got to check. Watch threshold 8, so it's 4
fine.
7. He's fine. And that's all the defense checks.
One more, if that's okay.
Okay, so we just got some news from our field reporter, Chili Winters. America Stars is up 2-0, and America Stripes has closed out their game and won.
They will be advancing on to round.
They will be
5.
advancing on.
Very hot, sorry. Okay, so the Shepherd will try to kill the Ravagore with the cake.
Yeah, range of 3.
Excuse me?
Range of 3, right?
Yeah. I will take the Fury also. 2. That's exactly how much I need.
I'll take. I have to leave that to go out to a knot. Column.
No reaches, right?
I'll be a weapon master.
So, later.
Minus 4. I will reroll the damage to the Gorax.
I'm not sure the best way to do this, but I think this is where I want the Legion player, Michal, to, if he can take care of the Deathjack and then start protecting himself with those Scather templates, the no reach on the Mechanithrall horde is just going to be...
Okay, so
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be worthless.
Yeah.
Other than they can stand in the way.
So it's going to force Deneghra to go ahead and have to spend a bunch of focus to Hellmouth, which is going to make her vulnerable. I think that's his best long-term game plan, in my opinion.
He's definitely in a position here where he just doesn't have enough attacks.
He's not going to kill the army. I don't think he's ever going to kill the army. I think he has to try and set up a long-term strategy for killing Deneghra, and that's going to involve her getting close and spending some focus, and so it's going to have to involve, you know, he's going to have to kill the Deathjack, he's going to have to kill that Arc Node, and he's going to have to try and get in a position where the Mechanithralls can't just completely run him over, like, you know, they can't just wave all over him. So,
Okay, so I moved from the circle.
and that's going to have to, you know, have to use the skater templates, it's going to have to use the heavies and standing in them, it's just, it's going to be, it's a tall order, I feel,
I'll
but...
boost.
Yep. Dead.
We just heard from our field reporter Chili Winters that James Morehouse lost.
Are those guys living?
So that's important to this particular table pairing. So the game we're watching, we already have one win for Poland.
We could be looking at a repeat finals from last year.
It's possible.
Yeah, sure.
It's armor.
I'm just going to see if I can sack pawn. I don't think I can.
Do you think that was the game there?
I'm a 13.
15, that's -1. 5 damage, right?
Yep.
I'll boost.
Clock at the moment looks like 22 minutes left from Michal and about 15,
I believe it's 15 for Robert.
15:34 it looks like. So comparable on both sides, I would say, since it's the start of.
Snapfire at this guy.
Yep.
Hits. Oh, is that? Let's move counter back a little bit here. Yep. Automatic Angel. The Forsaken? This guy. Angelius will activate.
Yep.
He'll do an attack, not the armor piercing of this guy. Hits, kills. I'll overtake as much as I can in this direction.
Yep.
Let the overtake begin.
I would not be surprised.
Every time I see that happen, I'm like, I always think, what? Why in the hell does that thing have overtake?
I would not be surprised to see 5 dead Mechanithralls out of this activation.
Indeed.
Not immune to free strikes on overtake, are you?
Excuse me?
Not immune to free strikes?
No, no.
Interesting tip: you can't thrust and sidestep and overtake.
Why is that?
Because overtake is a special attack, or sorry, a thrust is a special attack, and overtake says normal attack.
Huh, I did not know that.
I catch Legion players trying to do it all the time.
This is that
Shame on you, Legion players.
This is that secret judge knowledge.
Stop overtaking on special attacks.
It's a little bit closer.
Working his way into the zone. Engaging the Arc Node as well.
Against Necrosurgeon.
Yep.
8 stupid.
Yes.
Not surprising, but is it enough?
If you could stop doing that, that'd be really great.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
I really am. I'll overtake so I can leave the guys in my back arm. take the Forsaken.
Yep.
Move up here.
Yep.
Take the Fury off.
Yep.
I'll grab it and try to bite her.
Yep.
Tame or whatever it is.
Deathfoot. Yep. That's a miss, I think.
8, 15. Yeah.
Yes.
Shepherd over here. Going to walk in the zone. This Fury off.
Sure.
Naga will buy an attack this time. 6 inches. I need 6 just to hit. Hits. Power 12. Dead. I don't know why I put the Fury on.
It does look like they're not. Their clock is not moving.
We should tell somebody.
I'll be right back.
I'm good. Ravagore.
Michael Chili Winner's on the case.
Yes, it is. And it has been for some time.
Yeah, apparently. Why was it paused?
We asked. I don't know. No, what were we doing? Oh, we'll pause it again. When was the last time we called the judge over? Was it? I don't know. Was it measuring 12 inches to that Mechanithrall?
That's a lot of time ago.
That was the start of your turn, wasn't it?
Excuse me?
No, it wasn't. Okay. We were trying to. It was early in your turn. We had to stop something to agree on a placement.
Yeah, I think so.
Your whole turn, man.
Oh, the Angel.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so, because you wanted to check if that's in melee. I think.
No, I didn't pause. I didn't pause for that.
Oh, so I don't know.
We had something at the start of your turn.
I haven't done there.
I remember. What was it?
So what now?
He had 22 minutes when he started his turn.
Yeah, I think so.
You did. It's been your whole turn, mate.
That's possible. I really don't remember, so you might be right.
Yeah, no, you had.
Agree on how much time you might have spent.
So you've done Lylyth's activation, the Angel, the Ravagore, the Frenzy checks. Everything is activated. 5 or 6 minutes?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that.
So I can increase his clock by 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Okay.
We can always take the playback later, but. Smaller base model can't push a larger base model?
Smaller can.
Can, right.
It can push them up. Well, we still have to make the strength check.
Sure. Doesn't matter, I was just wondering.
Actually, I'll swap the Angel for real one.
Thanks, Norbert. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
This turn.
So I'll move the Succubus over here.
The situation is known as being clockward. Clockward.
Check its command range.
Yep.
6. Okay, so
You won't.
pretty sure it's off.
Yes.
Okay. Should move it over here.
I feel like we should talk about this just for a second. I'm a judge. This is a sort of situation that comes out all the time in major competitive games.
Sure.
Here's the issue, everyone. It's up to the players to manage their clock, and it's not just one player, it's both players.
Yes.
It's very important that you pay attention to the clock, make sure it's running. Mistakes happen. They can't be
Take a
fixed.
free strike from that guy.
And when a judge is called, when you can't fix it between you and your opponent, it's not going to change from what's on the
No, you
clock.
weren't. There was a little gap.
The most important thing
I
is
checked
to be able to come to an
Slam
agreement.
doesn't have to go base to base.
But I did go to base to base.
Before the judge ever gets there,
sorry, okay.
honestly.
I mean, I think this is actually a very civil.
That actually changes things a little bit.
It's
because,
unfortunate, but this
when I
is a
looked
civil
at it, you didn't
situation.
have cover when I rolled the.
It is.
cover.
handled pretty well.
I was
Still
very
fit it.
careful.
I mean,
I didn't remember it.
Anyway, all right, so
manage
base
your
to base
clock,
to
and you don't
base
have to
to
worry
base.
about it. It is both players' responsibility to make sure it's running at all times. It's not just the person who's supposed to be playing his turn.
Second initial. Hits, kills. Die on this guy. Nope.
Apparently, Chad has been called out for his lame joke. Yeah!
Hits, kills. Try another one. Hits, kills. He plays the Ravagore again. Goes to base. This guy was in the league.
It was in melee, yes.
Okay, I think I activate all of my models.
Yes.
So it's your turn.
All right.
I'm surprised
Fire
that
on
he's trying
Deathjack.
to work through the Mechanithrall
Expires.
horde. It surprises me. I mean, he's able to kill a lot.
Yeah. Is
Now
it
they're going to
enough?
get another turn of charging.
Yeah, he's going to just put in, six
more
more,
guys.
and they're going to charge in. I mean, we're
Upkick
going
has
to
shadows
rinse
in
and repeat
pursuit,
this
if you're
every
fine.
time, apparently.
Well, he's going to run out of beasts eventually. Probably this turn.
Cephalix Overlords.
I would not be surprised.
Possibly.
Advanced to
Their
there.
Ravagore took a bunch of damage last turn.
Yeah.
And the other one's already dinged up from
Does
the
she have reach?
Deathjack.
Yes, it should.
Advanced to there. There. He will spray. Shredder. Hits. Does that kill him? Straight dice. 7, and he was damaged before.
How much?
7.
No, he's still alive.
How much left?
I'll tell you in a minute when I'm mic.
7 to 4.
4, right?
Yep. And then on the Shepherd,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
hits and kills the Shepherd. He will spray the Naga. Hits, armor,
15.
minus 3, 9, 66.
So the latest word is that Trent Dennison is lost on scenario. It's not
These
looking
Drudges
good for
after
the
This game is
Aussie.
becoming very important.
This
I don't
game is
think he
very
has first strike
important.
there. Attempting not to. I can't quite see the arc. That look okay?
Yeah, sure.
CMA. Miss. Cephalix. Miss.
Oh my gosh. Unable to kill a Forsaken
Necrosurgeon
again.
and Strider. Advance. Make 3. Should be fine. Do some free strikes. How much health left?
1. 1 box left.
Okay. How much health left?
The Ravagore B, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
She'll advance to there until
15.
she'll advance to there until she can see Lylyth,
Yeah, okay.
and she'll spray Lylyth. So it'll hit those 2.
Yeah, okay.
Shredder hits, kills.
Okay, not that you can show you.
Ravagore hits. Power 10, so 2 damage. 2 damage to 2, and corroded. Deathjack advances to there.
Yep.
First initial hits. Straight dice. 5 to 6. Second initial horns hits.
So these rolls are
minus
pretty
3,
important here.
Nothing. Third initial hits. 9 damage. Does that kill?
That should kill it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think I have one left.
Do you think?
Through which one? Which column?
9 to 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, exactly that.
It's exactly dead.
And that, folks, is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Drudges, run charge. He's death 14, right?
13.
13. Alright, I'm just going to try and hard roll it. 8. First one misses. Hits. Armor.
15.
-2. Does 4 to 4. Second one, rolled another 8. Nope, miss. That's fine. Mechanithralls, run charge. Cognizant of potential free strikes on the Angel. I don't want to leave your front arc. That should be fine. That should be fine. And I won't get in there without taking a free strike. So he'll charge the Angel. He'll charge the Angel. He'll go base to base. No, too finagly. He will charge the Angel. I'm not sure I can get 3 inches. Nope. So there.
Clearly he met Ravagore there, but it's fine.
Run. Run.
2 charges, 1 non-charge on the Ravagore.
Run.
2 charges on the Angel.
2 charge and 1 non-charge on the Ravagore. The non-charge
Jinx.
hits because that's the backstrike. Dice minus 1 does 8 damage to 6. How much left?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, we'll do initial attacks. First one, miss. Second initial, not a charge, miss. First initial, charge attack, hits.
So now
Dice minus 7.
the reason he chose to do non-combo strikes after
2
learning
combo
that the
strikes on the
Ravagore had
Angel.
1 left is just to
First
maximize
one
the chances.
misses. Second one,
You don't want to miss one of those.
no tenacity, has
sevens.
tenacity.
Yeah.
So he's just maximizing his chances for dealing that much more damage by getting more attacks. The power at that point is almost
Deneghra
irrelevant.
runs 14.
Yep.
Stitch Trolls. Alpha nominated unit leader. Run, turn.
Interesting. So he's definitely put his Lylyth opponent in a tough spot.
I think he built Mechanithralls out of that top Necrosurgeon this turn.
Oh, and who was that, sorry?
Naga.
Oh, that's not a Necrosurgeon. That's just a Mechanithrall that he keeps forgetting to move.
Is he keeping it back there to keep the unit alive?
I think he just keeps forgetting.
Okay, so I'll activate the Forsaken. He'll move up here, so he has
But yeah, I mean
all that
that's
melee range.
Yep.
He'll boost to
a
hit.
thing you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Hits.
Power?
12.
Power
5
12.
damage boxes.
Yes. Need a 6.
Excuse me.
Need a 6. Armor 13.
A boost.
Dead.
Kills. Try another attack against this guy.
Forsaken's gonna kill 3 models.
Hits.
Hits.
Need a 4.
Yep.
Tough roll. Tough.
I'll buy another one on the knockdown guy.
Sure. Tough. Dead.
Yeah, Denny. Do you think Denny is in danger right now?
Where's she standing at?
She's right here in the zone.
In the zone. I didn't see her move over there.
She ran.
Huh. I mean, so Naga has to take some free strikes to get to. He's not even going to do that. So
Sure.
that just leaves
The
the
Angel could-
caster and the Angel
And the Angel could repulse to maybe.
to take a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be enough. I mean,
Miss.
it looks like Denny's sitting on 4.
3 or 4.
Another one against this guy.
Could be enough with a good fire roll
Miss.
if he can crit fire with the.
Oh yeah,
with the
sure.
Ravagore or the
It
Angel.
might be his only option, honestly, at this point.
It's interesting. Let's see if he goes for it. It'll be interesting to see. get 2 boosted POW 12s from Lylyth, and then another boosted POW 12 from the Angel if he can finagle a way to get the shot off after repulsing. And then if the Naga can take a free strike and live, although I don't know how the Naga's doing, it's taking a bunch of damage.
Naga already activated.
Okay.
Lylyth will aim.
Yep.
I haven't seen Robert go incorporeal this turn, or this game yet.
I don't know, that's odd.
Yeah.
Control range.
If it were me playing on the Kirk side, it'd be one of those, oh crap, forgot to do it again this turn. Right?
Shoot the siren.
Yep.
Okay.
Hits. What's the damage?
He's just
Dead.
going for the Siren.
No. Snapfire.
Yep.
Lylyth has not moved since turn 1.
Hit 6. Hits.
Yep.
Kills.
Moving sometimes
Oh, no.
overrated.
It's overrated.
Oh,
It's
it's
overrated.
Go for it. It's fine.
Fire another attack on this guy.
Yep.
Boost to hit. Hit 6. Hits. Kills. Snapfire shot.
I've got to tell you, I'm very surprised he's not going for this
This guy over
assassination.
here?
Maybe he
Yep.
just feels that
That will miss.
Miss.
Maybe he feels he has a better chance at
So
some
it's
point,
1,
but
2,
I'm not
3, 4,
seeing
5,
it.
6.
between the Angel being able to kill
1, 2,
so
3, 4.
Mechanithralls and that Forsaken just somehow being able to tank the world,
Kills.
he might think that he can just clear out all the Mechanithralls this turn. That one back on the hill that he's forgetting about, though, is I don't know how he's going to get that one.
For 1.
Maybe
Impulse.
I'm not
Yep.
seeing a way. I was going to say maybe he thinks he can get the Surgeon dead, but
3
I
inches?
just don't.
I think that will take him back into the Mechanithrall. Like that. Contacting there.
It might.
So Angel does repulse.
He'll go back into the... Yep.
Angel will charge Deathjack. 12 inches.
He's going to try and finish off the Deathjack.
Over here. Charge, so. Who's the hit the armor piercing attack? Hits. Dice
Plus 4.
Seems pretty likely at
Rep.
this point.
Yeah, it's dead. One shot. It's kind of tough for Deneghra to deal with that Angel. I'm curious if she's going to charge in or not,
5.
or whether he's just going to.
Here.
I mean, he can build Mechanithralls into its back arc now.
Yeah.
Between that and Mark for Death.
Nothing to upkeep.
Yeah.
Although an Angel
7
in
on
cover
Deneghra?
is no
Yep.
easy task.
Have to face.
Although if he runs the arc node out
Yep.
over into the back arc
Yeah, he could cast it from behind.
with the backstrike.
Deneghra will be incorporeal this turn.
Yep.
Just so that
So
she
he just
can
went incorporeal.
charge, which I'm going to do now. She charges the Angel
Yep.
to there, so that you do not have cover because I'm all the way through the wreck marker.
Yep. I only have cover anyway against that. Oh, you.
She's going to cast Curse of Shadows. Mark for Death, boosting to hit.
Yep.
That will hit an Angel.
And the
Needed a
other
7, like
game
tenacity.
in
So
Australia,
that's marked for Death.
Poland is
She's going to make
over,
her charge attack.
and the Poles have won
So you're deaf
so
14
far
now?
3-1 with
yes,
one
no
game
boost
left to
to
go.
Actually,
Very surprising.
you missed the.
Def 12 now. No, I needed a 7.
So you're def. I'm sure def 12.
Yes, now you're Def 12. She'll hit.
Yeah.
Damage, power 12.
12 right minus 5.
Does 5 damage to 1.
Right here we're going
And
to
she
do
teleports you,
some dark banishment.
Up to 7 inches. To there.
Into the loving arm of some
Necrosurgeons and
Mechanithralls.
Advance.
So just for the record, he's not incorporeal anymore because he made some melee attacks, but the reason he went incorporeal is so that he could get effectively a Pathfinder version.
Yeah,
so he
you
could
could get
all the
through
way-
that rough terrain.
So he went on to get all the way through it so that he wouldn't have to deal with the cover bonus while casting
Make some
Mark for
guys.
Death.
Yeah, we won.
To to there, intending for a backstrike on her. There and there. This guy advances, makes an attack, misses.
The invincible Forsaken.
This guy advances. Mechanithralls, run charge. He's going to have the backstrike. Backstrike. He should not be facing that way, do you mind? I placed him, it's okay. My fuck up. To there. To there. To there. Got in command. Run.
Which one is the commander?
That one, and I'm within 6.
Oh, okay.
He's going to run toward the unit leader.
First backstrike. Yeah, so it's...
They've asked you to stop mumbling.
Misses. Second one.
Stop
misses.
mumbling. You got quiet when I put the headphones on you. Don't talk normal.
So I'm needing 6s to...
It's not Chad's audio. Chad has gotten quieter when I put the headphones on.
It's because I can hear myself now, and I don't want to...
10 to the 1.
10 to the 1.
Next one.
I think he's dead. He's dead.
He wasn't before, he is now.
You just have to be loud like
All right, I'll just be loud.
Yeah, just be loud.
Just be loud and
Just
proud.
be loud.
Sprays the...
We're talking over some important stuff right now. So the angel just died to backstriking Mechanithralls. He missed the Forsaken again. So no zone. That zone is just
That
not...
Forsaken, if he wins this game, that Forsaken's totally the MVP.
-2, 8 damage. Do you want to transfer?
I don't think there's
In that case, your turn.
any way he can possibly
Not to do him.
not try and kill Deneghra this turn. Like, he has to go for it now. He's just been forced.
Yeah, his hand's been forced.
But it's,
he totally has
But now
to.
she's in cover. She's only camping 3. The Naga's taking a few damage.
Yeah, I don't see what the Naga can do here other than attempt to take some free strikes and hope it lives and keeps its spirit.
And then shoot at Deneghra in cover.
Nil all, with 5 minutes on my clock.
Naga, boost of hit. This guy over here.
Yep. Just 14.
Need 9. Yeah. Critical shadow bind.
Sure.
12.
He lives. He's got 1 box left after that. Oh, 12, yes.
Another one on the same guy.
Yep, I'm shadowbound now. That makes me def 11. That's a miss.
And again, need 6s.
Hits.
12.
Dead.
Funny thing is, the Polish guy can actually score in this bottom zone now. Oh, Lylyth can only shoot twice on her not feet turn. Is that? No,
Correct.
She can shoot 4 times because she's got rate of fire 2,
Walk
right?
in the zone.
She's ready to fire 2.
With snap fire.
Fury off.
Yes. So
But she has to kill the model to get the snapfire shot.
Well, that's true, but
I mean, yeah, she could potentially kill that Stitch Thrall and then shoot something else. Yeah. I mean, she could shoot 8 times or 4 times.
Succubus will run. 6 inches.
And it's actually not that bad trying to shoot a Drudge slave that's in combat. She's rat 10 if she aims.
Yeah, I mean, that thing will die.
She can aim, kill 3 guys, move 6 inches, and possibly get into the zone.
So 3.5.
And kill one of those Mechanithralls even for 8 inches. Like, she could dominate the zone right now. I mean, I don't think it would change much, but it's just kind of funny to think about.
Yep.
She'll shoot at this guy. Actually, this guy over here.
Yep. Miss. No, rat to 10, right? Yeah, hits.
Oh, it wasn't Snake Eyes.
Swift Hunter.
Yeah.
She's going for the other zone. She's going for the Necrosurgeon.
She's going for the Necrosurgeon.
No, that's nonsense.
That seems like a little ineffective.
Hits.
He's probably got at least 2 sack pawn targets.
Kills.
Yep.
So yeah, he decides to choose a different target.
Buy another one against this dude.
This one?
Yeah. Hits, kills.
You know what this seems like to me? This seems like a clock strategy.
That's quite possible.
Robert only has 5 minutes on his clock left.
Against this guy.
And between placing Mechanithralls and rolling multiple attacks and trying to...
Yeah, Robert could run out of time pretty easily.
It's definitely a strategy. I've seen it employed several times over the weekend, actually.
When you get to this point in the game where there's so few models left, especially when you're down, if you have some sort of way that you can delay the game, it's your best strategy, honestly.
Sometimes you have to evaluate the best possible way to win the game, and if that is clocking your opponent, that is what you have to do.
Yeah, it is a valid win condition.
All right. Lylyth is 17, 14? 16,
16, 14.
16, 14. Nothing to upkeep. 7 on Deneghra.
Sounds like Deneghra's going to go for it.
Deneghra will... 16, 12, 17. Deneghra will charge Lylyth.
Yep.
Easy enough to do. Before making a charge attack, she'll boost a Curse of Shadows.
You think he's going to teleport her and then try to hit her with Mechanithralls?
Yeah, he's going to charge Curse of Shadow, or
miss,
Mark for Death.
9s.
This is his second attempt at Mark for Death. He hits.
She'll boost the charge attack.
Boosting his charge attack, and then if he teleports her d6 inches,
Power is 12.
He can turn her around and charge her with some Mechanithralls. And he can also teleport her out of transfer range.
Ooh, that would be pretty good.
Yep. And she'll teleport you.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The Naga dies anyway. 5 inches is a good roll. So it's going to be at least 3 back strikes, and then probably 2 more non-back strikes.
Yeah.
Back striking Mechanithralls, rather, which is going to be
your death is now
that many attacks times 2.
Yeah.
Because you don't need a combo strike on a death.
Not against Lylyth.
On an armor 14 caster.
He's rank 5, he can't hit. Necrosurgeon makes Mechanithralls. And we will have a crack.
Our roving reporter, Chili Winters, actually is also a judge here, so we have to give him a break sometimes.
He will do likewise. He will get to
Just saying.
He will maintain the backstrike.
I think Chili got enough of a break on Friday.
So
it's true.
He will still have a backstrike there.
The report from Team England Prime is that they went 4-1 and have won.
There, and we'll try, but I don't think I can get another one in. I cannot. He will...
3 back strikes, 2 non-back striking Mechanithralls.
That's a lot of attacks.
And we'll just run, because if it doesn't work, we're dead.
Back striking Mechanithralls onto a Mark
so
for
we'll
Death.
do the non-back strikes first. It's all just initials.
Need 7s to hit.
First one, need quite a high number. No. Second, and so you are deaf. 14 against these, so I need 9s. Him. No. No. Now I need 7s. No. Second initial. No. 7s.
The dice are not good.
No. 7s. That'll do it. This is a charge. Dice -3. Dead?
Yep.
All right.
And that's the game. So let's talk a little bit about the current situation of who's left. So this round, Australia Gold lost, Slovakia lost, Australia Green lost. So we have 4 teams that are still in the hunt. England Prime, Poland Reckless, USA Stars, and USA Stripes. Obviously the USA teams are not going to be paired against each other next round because that's in the WTC rules.
Yep.
Countries can't be paired against each other. So we've got USA Stars could be paired against England Prime or Poland Reckless. Who would you like to see them paired against, Chad?
I am not sure. I think that either of those matchups are going to be great matchups.
Okay.
So I know that I think it'd be interesting if USA Stars gets paired up against Poland Reckless. That's basically a recreation.
Yeah, that's last year's
finals.
That's a pretty cool idea.
That's going to be a grudge match right there. And then the Slovakian team is also...
No. England Prime and USA Stripes are the ones that are left.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so England, if Poland Reckless and USA Stars get matched up, then we've got England Prime and USA Stripes.
And the funny thing is, England Prime got matched up against the second USA team in the semifinals rounds last year. So we were both in the losers bracket at the time. So the situation is a little different.
But still a rematch.
Yeah,
that's the same.
It'd basically be a rematch. Now most of the players are also different.
Yeah.
Craig Conroy being the only repeating player on that team currently.
And some of the England Prime members have also changed.
Yeah, but it is an interesting situation to occur.
Yeah,
I think I'd kind of like that.
All right, well, we'll find out soon. We're going to go check it out and see if we can find out some more information about those games. We'll be back soon.
Thanks for watching, everybody.